DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. It is Monday afternoon. It must be around, is it around 4? Yeah, it's 20 past 4 in the afternoon. And as usual, Monday tag day. Yes, it's rather cold tag day. It is, this morning it was -9 Celsius, which is pretty cold for over here in the lower part, we call the plain of Switzerland. But right now it's probably -3 or -4, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, so today will be no exception. I will be starting with Jasmine's tag. Yes, isn't this the first tag of the year? So Happy New Year's, and hope you're doing well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to whole other year of tags. Okay, so let's get right into it. So, question 1. Can you or would you try ice skating? Actually, I can skate. I have some skates. I haven't skated though for a couple of, I skated last winter with the grandchildren. I was born in Canada, so I wasn't born with ice skates. Some people think we are, but we aren't. On my street, where I lived as a young boy, there was a convent close to where we were, so a private girls' school, and they had a skating rink that was, well, it was kind of okay. I say kind of because I often think we took care of it more than the girls did, because we would remove the snow and it was like pretty much natural ice, and we would play on that. But otherwise we would, yeah, I guess for skating it was like wherever we could find some ice, but we would, so I never was a very good skater. I was not, people think skating in Canada, so hockey players, I was a very, very lousy hockey player. There's a funny little story to which I will add to it, is that my surname, which I will not mention right now, but is the same as a very famous Canadian hockey player. And so sometimes over here in Switzerland, if I mention my name, and the town that we live in is a big hockey town in Switzerland. So whenever I mention that, I've been asked, are you related to Patrick so-and-so? And I always laugh because I can say without lying whatsoever, yes, I am related to him. He's my cousin. The only thing is my cousin has the same name, but he's not the hockey player. But of course it really gets people going, Anyway, yes, so we'll go on to question 2. Question 2. Something you made with your own hands as a kid. Well, it's the same as Jasmine. We would make go-karts. Yeah, we lived close to, I mentioned the convent, but we actually lived close to the church, the Catholic church at the time. And the Catholic church was kind of on a hill, so there was a nice place for kids playing with go-karts, and we had made go-karts for that. There was that, and another thing that I made as a kid, because I never was exactly, all that handy with my hands, but we would make like kind of forts and stuff like that. But yeah, go-kart, we would find old wheels wherever we could and stuff like that. So yeah, same thing. And would there be anything else? As a kid. So really, as a kid, probably one of the things that we made as children. And it was a lot of fun. It really was. And so we go on to question 3. Is 2026 a new beginning or the same old story? Life is always a new beginning. So in a way, So in a way, anytime that you start something, you don't know what's going to happen. You can feel that you know, but you don't usually know. So anyway, it's there's going to be a lot of things that'll be the so-called same old story. Being retired, life changes less, and yet maybe it changes a lot more because you don't know with your age what's going to happen. So that could, depending on what happens, it could be a completely new story. So in a way, I kind of hope that it's going to be very much the same story. There are some plans I know in the making that we might have some visitors, and so that would create a new story. But as for the rest, I kind of expect being retired, it'll be quite a bit the same story. Yeah. Question 4. Which place is at the top of your bucket list? Well, my bucket list has changed again. Once you're retired, you think you got a whole new I was gonna say a whole new life, or you could do a whole bunch of things on that and have a whole new bucket list. The problem is that very often you forget that once you're retired, you have a lot less money. So unless you've prepared for that bucket list, you probably won't have the same one. My old bucket list, as far as travel was going, I would have liked to have gone to Australia and New Zealand. But it is not on my bucket list now because I really do not have the means to do anything like that. So I would say, and you probably know where I'm going to get at, is that I still have Ireland and a lot of places in Ireland which I would, or things that I'd like to do in Ireland, which are still on my bucket list. So Ireland remains very much part of my pleasurable bucket list. Yeah. Okay. And those who know me, I guess it's a bit like Jasmine and Carnival or whatever, or Jasmine and Ghost Haunts. You know that that's what Jasmine's going to answer, and I guess when I say Ireland, you know it's what I'm going to answer. So now we're off to question 5 and last. So we're doing well as far as time's concerned on this one for a first one of the year. So question 5, and it's a difficult one in a way, and it isn't. How do you define a good person? Oh, who is good? No one is absolutely good, because we all have our faults. But you know, to stay within I was going to say the parameters of the question, I'd say somebody who is morally a good person, follows the golden rule, is fair, is honest, and frankly, somebody usually, I hope that has a good sense of humor. You know, strangely enough, often I've been told by people, oh, such and such a person is a good person, and you look at him and you say, him or her, and you say, yeah, I know him. Boy, they're boring. So I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, as somebody who follows the golden rule, and is if those of you who know the biblical story, a good Samaritan, that would be a good person. You take care of others, and you look out for those around you. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And I won't even get into real theology this time. So yeah, okay, is that it? It is. And I am coming up to 10 minutes. So okay, thanks a lot, Jasmine. Happy New Year's to all of you who are watching this. And until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.